Okay, let's try Fidget Spinner number 6. So I've got a new layer. I'm going to turn off Fidget Spinner number 5. But before I do, I'm just going to make sure that I turned it into a group. That's good, so that it's definitely a group. You can see it says so in the entity info. If not, when I draw something new, it might stick to whatever is already there. So let's turn off Spinner number 5. I'm actually just hiding it. Make sure Spinner 6 is your active layer. And I'm just going to quickly change it to a top view. And if for some reason you lose your axes, just click on that button there, and it kind of centers everything for you. Now I can go to my pictures here, and let's look at this one because it's kind of cool. I'll hide that again. This is similar to one of the first ones we did, but it's a little bit different, so let's have a look. I'm going to grab the circle tool. Make the diameter 11, enter. We can see it's actually much smaller than this picture. So what I'm going to do is shrink the picture. So click on this picture, press S for scale, grab a corner, and just bring it down. And then we can move it a bit closer while I'm drawing. I'm not going to make it exactly like this picture, but it's going to be a guide. Okay, so now I want to make the overall size no bigger than 40. So I type in 40, and I know that I don't really want to make it bigger than that. Okay, let's draw a horizontal line. Now let's actually make a vertical line right about there, and I think I'll hide my axes temporarily. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Find the center, and I'm just going to go straight up like that. Maybe something like that. And then if that was the center, then I'm going to move slightly up a bit. So maybe up here, something like that. That means that the distance from here to here is big enough so that our fidget spinner doesn't fall apart. Because remember, this is going to be a hole where the bearing is. So now I can rub things out a bit easier. Yes, that worked out much better. Let's delete that. And I think at this stage I can actually delete that too. And now I can select that, spin it around. I think I'll turn my axes back on. Grab my rotate tool, click on the center right there, click out anywhere to be honest, but I typically go straight up centered like that. Click once, tap Control, type in 120, enter, X2, enter. And now I can see that it's actually some sort of a donut, which is actually holding everything together as well. So what I'll do is I'll grab my circle tool, deselect everything first, grab my circle tool, go in here, do something about out to establish what that little hole is going to be. So maybe something like that. And then I'm going to do another one, maybe out to about there. Get my rubber. And now here's where I need to be really careful. I'm going to rub that out. Did I already muck it up? Yes, I already mucked it up, so I'm going to undo that. Silly me. Maybe I should delete things instead. So I'll delete that space. Delete that space. This helps me so I can figure things out without mucking it up. And I think I'm going to delete these spaces too. Good. I'm going to delete that space because I know that that's where the spinner goes. And I need something to join this to this there. So I actually need another circle here. So let's do this, and let's come out to about, actually coming out to about that dimension is pretty good. So now I can come back and delete that little gap there. And at this stage I think I can rub out some of the extra lines that I don't need anymore. So I'll zoom in here. And you can see everything's going to be interlocked together, and that will make it much stronger. So this kind of job is a little bit confusing. So if at first you don't succeed, try again. Doesn't cost anything. It's pretty quick and painless. And if you get mucked up, just try again. Now there is a problem. There's some extensions here, so I want to fix those. I just need to zoom in, that's all. You can see them better now. Remember, if I press the middle mouse wheel, it'll start orbiting. So I don't really want to do that. I want to hold down, sorry, go back to top view. I want to hold down Shift first, then press the middle mouse wheel, so I stay on a top view. Because if I accidentally change it to a 3D view, I might not realize it. And sometimes it's really important to stay in a top view. Okay, so I think we're good. I could chop off the points a little bit. I could also smooth these curves. I should have probably smoothed them before I copied everything. So let's just leave it as it is. And you could chop off these points. You could do it just quickly like, I'll tell you, probably the fastest and easiest way to do it. To grab a circle, go like that, and just come out probably just to about there. Okay, and now I can just rub out that, that, and I should have little lines all exactly the same distance. And the reason I did that is because the points were too pointy, and I guarantee the 3D printer would not print something that pointy, it would just break. Okay, it's still pretty pointy, but I think it'll be okay. Little bit of a little dot there. I generally look anywhere where I do something very delicate like that, I zoom in a lot just to check. And I'll rub that little line out there, go to a 3D view, grab my push-pull tool, click, push, 7, enter. Triple click, 1, 2, 3, edit, make group, go to the materials, let's make this one black. That's pretty cool. Okay, stay tuned for one more.